Supriya, can you also check whether you can see my screen or not?
Yeah, your screen is visible now.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. I'm visible now. Chetna, hello. Hi,
Yes,
Chetna. Yeah, I'm visible now.
yes, I am able to see you.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Myself, Supriya. Welcome to today's webinar. And we are Opportune Technologies Private Limited. And Opportune is a cloud-based HRMS solution which is used by our 3,300 plus clients and 3 lakhs plus across India. Opportune in association with Quantum today is going to organize a webinar on stress management where our speaker is Dr. Sayali. So I would like to forward this to Chetna to continue. Chetna.
Thank you so much, Supriya, for the great introduction. And good evening, everyone. This is Chetna here from Quantum CorpHealth. So, yes, today we all have gathered here virtually to just have this session on stress management. And before proceeding ahead with the session, first of all, I would like to give you the introduction about quantum. Would like to tell you about what is quantum all about, and then we can proceed ahead with the session. So yes, Quantum is pioneer in healthcare industries over a decade now, and we provide medical healthcare services like employment checkup, annual health checkup, in-house doctors and paramedic services. We have online and offline doctor consultation. We do have specialists also on our panel, and then we do webinars, we do seminars as well, and we are currently working with 2000 plus diagnostic centers pan India, wherein we have metropolis, suburban, NM diagnostics, and we do have hospitals also on our panel. So just in case your senior management positions are not comfortable going in center, they can visit our hospitals also. And we are currently working with 500 plus corporate clients, including major group of Tata, Aditya Birla Group, and GVK, GMR, Bombay Stock Exchange. So these are our a few esteemed clients with whom we are working since over a decade. And also we have recently stepped into few projects, as in we are doing, we have stepped into retail market, wherein we are giving one-on-one health checkup services at a free home visit blood collection we are providing, and blood test at your doorstep. And also we have launched this medical store project, wherein we are available at your nearest medical store also. So yes, with that being said, I would like to introduce our today's speaker, Dr. Sayali Ashok Patil. Currently, she is working as a panel doctor of Quantum, and she has also, conducted and organized few of wellness programs and webinars, seminars for the esteemed clients. And she is also she also gives online and consultations for our this employees. And now she is going to give you the insights about today's topic, that is stress management. So let's just hear it from Dr. Sayali, what she has to say about it. And if you have any questions, you can keep it for the end, or else in between, if you want to ask it, that's fine. You can just unmute yourself and then you can ask the questions. So Dr. Sayali, over to you.
Okay.
Hi everyone, this is Dr. Sayali. Yes, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll just start with our topic today, that is stress management. Okay. Okay, so basically what is stress?
Thank you.
Stress can be defined as our mental, physical, emotional, and behavioral reactions to any perceived demands or threats. Okay, so basically, before understanding how to manage your stress, you need to understand what is basically stress and what things can cause stress. Okay, the fight or flight response. Okay, when the situation when situation seems threatening to us, our bodies react quickly to supply protection by preparing to take action. This physiological reaction is known as the fight or flight response. For example, as we can take, if there is a situation where you have, like you are walking down the street, you are in your relaxed mode, and you see a dog barking at you, or like, a dog is angrily looking at you. So that situation is fight or flight response. Okay. The physiological response to a stressor is known as reactivity. Basically, at that situation, if the dog is angrily looking at you or like is barking at you, what do you do at such situation? That is known as a reactivity response. Okay. Physiological response can accumulate and result in long-term wear on the body. Okay. Okay. What makes something stressful? Okay. Situations that have strong demands, situations that are imminent, life transitions, timing, example, deviation from the normal. Okay. Then we have ambiguity, desirability, and controllability. Example, like for all these situations, if there is a like normal change from your work life or from your personal life, so these changes, these minor changes can cause a lot of stress in your day-to-day activities. Okay, if there is a normal minoristic change of like workplace also, like now you have been working with your friends, your colleagues, which you have been very much useful to, and always like you have been around them. But in like tomorrow, if there is a situation where you are just placed somewhere else, so this situation can also be very much stressful. Okay, so now we have distress. Distress is a continuous experience of feeling overwhelmed, oppressed, and behind in your responsibilities. It is the all-encompassing sense of being imposed upon by difficulties with no light at the end of the tunnel. So now here we have, whenever you are in distress, there are some examples which you can say that you have financial difficulties, then you have conflicts in relationships, then you have excessive obligations, like do this, do that, or do not do this. Okay, managing a chronic illness, if you are like prone to some diseases like diabetes or like hypertension, then you have certain obligations which have to be followed. That is, your diet changes is there, then your lifestyle changes is there. So like making these changes in your life can become to some people it can cause you distress. Okay, or experiencing a trauma. Basically, you have a normal life going around, and if you if you or your loved one experiences any kind of road traffic accident, so that can lead to distress in your life. Okay, then one is we have is eustress. Eustress is other form of stress that is positive and beneficial. Basically, de-stress is the bad stress which we keep on which we have when we overthink about something, and eustress is the stress which is actually essential for us to actually progress in life. We may feel challenged, but the sources of the stress are opportunities that are meaningful to us. Eustress helps provide us with energy and motivation to meet our responsibilities and achieve our goals. Okay, so eustress is actually necessary for us, and it will help in our growth and possibilities in our life. Okay, examples we have the main example of eustress which we have is like while we are giving a test, you know, we have that feeling that I am not at all prepared for the exam, or like, oh, I have not prepared this topic and this topic may come in the exam. So this is kind of like a eustress example. Okay, the other examples are like graduating from college, getting married, receiving a promotion, or changing jobs. So these all stress related examples, they are every time like much necessary in your life, and they will help you for growth and success.
I really request everyone to be on mute, please.
Then we have stress response basically, and the examples of it. A good example of stressful situation for many people is taking a test. Okay. If you find testing to be stressful, you might notice certain physical, behavioral, mental, and emotional responses. So basically, what is physical change? Like whenever you are under stress, so what are physical changes? Physical changes may include that your heart rate, it might increase. Then your muscles, you might feel stiffness in them, there might be tightness in your muscles, your hands, your legs, they might start sweating. Then in some people, if they are overly stressed, they might experience BP rise also. Then the respiratory rate might increase. Okay, so also there are like people who are so much under stress, they cannot like, you know, take up the stress, so they feel symptoms and examples like anxiety also. Some people might become unconscious also. So these symptoms are not actually good, and you have to consult a doctor as soon as possible, because such stress related changes might lead to various life hampering changes. Okay, then we have what are behavioral response. Basically, if a person is under stress, he might have irritability. The person like gets a lot every time for small things, the person is irritated. Then the person might also have outbursts of anger. Also outburst of anger might be there, or like the person might cry also very often, like on small things the person might start crying. Okay, then the person might be involved into frequent arguments. Then behavioral thing, he might not be able to relax or rest. Okay, some people have eating habits also, change in eating habits, like you know, some people overeat, some people skip their meals. So these are actually behavioral responses to stress. Okay, then we can also have change in sleeping patterns. Some people cannot sleep when they are like you know, stressed out. The other and vice versa, we have people who sleep a lot when they are stressed. The other thing is like mental response. What mental response you can have? It's like similar to what we have the behavioral response, but here we can have like symptoms, signs and symptoms like sadness, then moodiness, what we call mood swings nowadays. Then there might be depression also. Then also these people, they might have like, you know, if they are like, there are sleep changes or like they are sleeping well, they might have very vivid or distressing dreams. Okay, emotional changes is like these people when under stress they cry, or like mood swings are there. Then they might often experience anger, irritability. And the other people, they might like, you know, maintain silence, they might not talk to people. So these are kind of emotional responses. Okay, So here are like some examples of like situations where you feel stress. So I would like any one of you who can, actually tell me exactly what kind of situations they are facing and which are very, very stressful for them.
Yes, anyone wants to unmute themselves or want to come forward and answer Dr. Sayali's question, they can come forward, please. Yes, anyone?
Work.
Hello. Yes. Does anyone wants to share?
No, ma'am. Please continue.
Okay. Then we have the situation that why do we actually stress out basically. We stress out basically for two major reasons. The reason one is that we perceive a situation as dangerous, difficult, or painful. Basically, this is a situation where you just think that the situation is very much big and like it is going to hamper you a lot, but the situation is not that difficult. You just have to calm yourself down and just relax about it, and then you might end up having a solution to it. Okay, we don't believe we have the resources to cope. So these are the situations that like for example, if you have a meeting coming up and you are very much late for the meeting, so you in that situation, like you are stuck in the traffic, you do not have resources to reach on that meeting on time. So and that situation you are like very much stressed out. Oh my god, what will happen if I reach late? My boss is going to actually shout at me, the client is going to shout at me, like the situation is out of your hands. So these are the situations where you do not have resources to cope up, but you actually end up stressing out on it. It might happen that at the end you may see that the client has also not been there on time. So do not stress out, try to have solutions for such reasons. Okay. Yeah. Here we have stress warning signals. Basically, what are like the signs and symptoms you can have if you have a lot of stress, the stress which is unbearable, which is like not under your control, or like you are not able to share it out with anyone. Okay. What are your red flags or warning signs that stress is creeping into your life? If we keep pushing ourselves, the one is like whatever be the situation, you are already always trying to push yourself. No, no, I will do it, I will do it. So this is like you are under tremendous stress but you are not giving up. This is like the situation. Eventually something inside of you will send red flags or warning signs that stress is becoming a problem. Okay. Okay, so here are some advices, some suggestions for reducing stress, basically. So first one is find a support system, find someone to talk to about your feelings and experiences. It may be your friend, it may be your colleague, it may be your family member. You actually have to share your thoughts. What are you thinking about so and so situation? You have to take guidance from your anyone, like your love, your dear ones. Actually, you have to like share those things out so that actually you do not overstress, overthink on these situations. So you actually have to find a support system. The second one is change your attitude. Basically, what is like changing your attitude? Find other ways to think about stressful situations. Like 10% of the situation, there are like there is a situation in your life which is stressing you out. The situation is not that big, but you just have to change your attitude of looking into it, what basically the situation is. If you the thought what we have, that every coin has two sides, so it might be that you are just looking at one side, the other side is way simpler, and you might also end up with the solution to how to deal with that problem. Okay, so life is basically 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. Yes, so this thought tells us everything. Like, you know, what your reaction is basically decides the other half of the situation. Okay, so every time when you are reacting to any kind of situation, you have to take care about it, you have to think about it, and you also like have to think about the repercussions which will happen. Okay, yeah. Then the third one is be realistic. Okay, while setting up situations, like for example, if someone is trying to lose weight, someone is trying to, you know, get a promotion. Okay, or someone is trying to reach a monthly target of, like for example, take 100 people, 100 clients a month. Okay, so you have to be practical, you have to be you know, you have to make down a list of things what you can do during that whole month. If you are trying to lose weight, you have to exercise, you have to diet. So you can't, like, you know, put unrealistic goals. If you are the weight loss can't be done in one day or a 1 month. You have to put like realistic like goals. You can, you know, just start with minute steps. One day you are working out, you start with the working out, you start with the diet, then the other day you start with like completing 10,000 steps. So these things, they will help you, and at the end of the month you might not reach your target, but you might be a bit closer to your target. Okay, then the other situation is reaching your clients. So you just have to sit down, you have to make yourself comfortable in what position at right now you are in. You just have to, you know, see that how can you reach more and more people. So you have to be practical in your goals and what extent you can you know, push yourself to. Okay, develop realistic expectations of yourself and others. Basically you have to like accept that things only which you can do. You do not have to push yourself to the hard. No, 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 this month I will like actually, like, you know, where you every month you are putting a target of 100, then you cannot put a target of 500 this month. It won't happen this month. Okay, so you have to be practical with your goals. Get organized and take charge. Basically, being unorganized or encouraging in poor planning often leads to frustration or crisis situation. This is basically like for same example, we can take here. Okay, the same example that if you have a client closing of 100. Okay, so if you are unorganized, if you are not meeting up people, if you are not, you know, scheduling meetings and everything, so at the end of the month you won't even reach 10 clients. So this situation might be very frustrating, and the boss will actually have very much adverse moods with you. Okay, which most always leads to feeling stressed. Plan your time, make a schedule, establish your priorities. Okay, so getting organized and you taking charge. Okay, so if I have decided this goal this month, I have to organize myself, I have to organize my time, I have to organize my schedule according to it, so that by the end of the month you actually reach your goal and you are practical with it. Okay, take breaks, give yourself me time. Okay, learn that taking time to yourself for rejuvenation and relaxation is just as important as giving time to other activities. Okay, so always, it's like nowadays everyone says that hard work is much necessary, but we have to learn that smart work and basically giving time to yourself is much more necessary than the hard work. Okay, if you do not give yourself time, if you do not like appreciate yourself for what you are doing, you are not going to like succeed somewhere down the line. Okay, you'll get frustrated and end up having stress. At minimum, take short breaks during your busy day. Okay, so during your day, if you're like worked up, you work for 8 to 12 hours a day, you actually need every 2 hours, you can just take a 5 to 7 minutes break. You can just walk through your workspace. You can like actually head down and close your eyes so that you do not have that eye stressing issue with the laptop or like the computer which you are working on. You can just have minute conversation with your colleagues, so that these breaks, they will help you with your creativity, they will help you with working more efficiently. Take good care of yourself. Yes, so this is also more important. Eat properly, get regular rest, keep a routine, allow yourself to do something you enjoy each day. Okay, everyone should have an hobby, everyone should actually read some new stuff every day, so that these things you are actually getting to learn something new, and you are not just overthinking your day-to-day activities and stressing on them. Okay, paradoxically, the time we need to take care of ourselves the most when we are stressed is the time we do it the least. Okay, so basically, the time we are overthinking, overstressing, we can use up that time actually to take care of ourselves. Learn to say no. Yeah, so this is very much important, like for people who are actually like they cannot say no to anything. Like if you are not in that zone of time, you are not in that mood, you have to say no to people. Okay, learn to pick and choose which things you will say yes and to which things you will not. Okay, you have to prioritize things in your life, basically what is more necessary. If the work is necessary, so you have to give a setback to your personal life for some time. You have to say no to partying. Okay, then also you have to take care of like the work life, and if like there are situations, so you have to learn that you will prioritize this work thing and then the other stuff. Protect yourself by not allowing yourself to take on every request or opportunity that comes on your way. Okay, so the main thing is learn to say no. Get regular exercise. Basically, exercise will help you with lot of things. It will help you to maintain your physical health, then it will help you regulate your hormones. Basically, then it will help you in release of some hormones which are very much necessary for dealing with your creativity, then symptoms of depression and stress, and help you maintain your health. So regular exercise is very much necessary. Okay, get a hobby, do something different. For a balanced lifestyle, play is an important as work. Okay, so you have to have an hobby so that you are creative at that point, and you are not thinking of any other work related or any issues related to your personal life. You are just in your time and you are having a good enjoyable time that way. Okay, slow down. Slow down means you have to know your limits and cut down on the number of things you try to do each day, particularly if do not have enough time for them or for yourself. Okay, so this is like actually you can't like the thought what we say that Rome was not built in a day. So it was basically like you have to take into consideration that you are a human being. Only some things can happen today. The others might be taken out, carried out tomorrow, and the remaining might be taken out day after tomorrow. Okay, so you have to plan realistic. You have to be like, good at what you are doing today at this point of time, and not stressing upon, okay, these things couldn't be done today. Okay, so be realistic what you can accomplish effectively each day. Okay, monitor your pace. Rushing through things can lead to mistakes or poor performance. Okay, take the time you need to do a good job. Poorly done tasks can lead to added stress. Okay, then we have laugh, use humor. Okay, do something fun or enjoyable, such as seeing a funny movie, laughing with friends, reading a humorous book, or going to a comedy show. Basically, humor can really release several amount of hormones in our body, which are related to our moods, and it can actually help you with dealing in stressful situations. Okay, learn to relax. Okay, develop a regular relaxation routine. Try yoga, meditation, or some simple quiet time. Okay, these are just basically examples. They do not work with everyone. You just have to find out what hobby or what gives you relax or that me time. Some people have that relaxation time when they read. Some people have that relaxation time when they travel. So you just have to find out that one thing which gives you peace, and you have to keep on doing it so that actually you have a de-stressing time. Okay, so here we have stress management, your few steps. Okay, try to change the way you appraise a situation to make it less stressful. Okay, the same thing, like you have to just change your attitude of looking towards the situation, if there is any. Okay, remember stress is normal, but watch out for symptoms of stress. Okay, use coping skills or ways to reduce stress. Okay, practice relaxation techniques. And we can obviously, here you can always contact any of our advisors for any kind of counseling which you need. Okay, okay, so with the stress, we have this hand in hand going, that is your mental health and the emotional health. Okay, so stress can impact any of this. Okay, so mental health is the overall wellness of how you think, you regulate your feelings and behave. Okay, mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act every day. How we feel on the inside is just as important as how physically healthy you are. Okay, so these things are very much necessary, the mental health, your emotional health, so that the if they are in good place, your health overall is at good place. Okay, signs and symptoms to look out for. Okay, so the general signs and symptoms are your sleep and appetite changes. If there are any situations where you have sleep, means you have insomnia, you're not able to sleep properly, or if you are like sleeping a lot. Okay, same applies to appetite. If you are like not eating properly, or if you are overeating, these are like the signs and symptoms basically. Drop in functioning. Okay, so basically normally on the normal days you are a very creative person. you have various ideas coming up, but you at during the stressful times, or if you have any kind of mental pressure, there is the creative functioning is not that good. Okay, then we have mood swifts, like now you are very much happy, and like within an hour or so you have that sadness is being there. Okay, feeling disconnected means you are sitting in a room full of like people, your colleagues are there, your friends are there, but still you are not able to talk out, you're not able to share out, or you are feeling lonely in that room full of people. Okay, uncontrollable emotions are like once you start crying, you are not able to stop that. There is a minor situation, you start crying, but you are not able to stop, you are just going and going around. Okay, substance abuse. Now substance abuse might be anything, like it might be alcohol, it might be drugs, the just to because you are under some kind of stress, and you are like misusing these stuff. Okay, so these are basically the general signs and symptoms. Okay, at workplace, what kind of like signs and symptoms you can experience, you yourself, or like you can see them in between your friends, your colleagues working around you. One is uncharacteristic behavior, like you cannot जब हम लोग like we can say we बोलते हैं कि आज ये बहुत अजीब सा behave कर रहा है. So that is uncharacteristic behavior, basically, like some a person who is very good, happy, smiling, that day when he's like very much stressed, he's very silent, he's not able to communicate, then the person is very much sad. So these are like uncharacteristic behavior. Lack of motivation and difficulty concentrating. Yeah, so this like the person always talks negative, then the person is not able to perform well, the person is not able to concentrate. So these things can be noticed. Okay, decreasing in productivity. Obviously, if the person is not able to concentrate well, then the person will not be able to perform well the duties or the functions which are given to them. So there will be obviously decrease in productivity. Okay, increased absence. So yeah, the person will try and like stay away from the workplace, the place where like there are a lot of people, so they might start taking holidays a lot. Okay, paranoia about co-workers and anxieties around job security. Okay, so there might be a situation like people start having anxiety issues at workplace. Okay, people might also have like some disputes with the co-workers, so and isolating from colleagues. So these are basically some kind of work related changes which you can notice in your like colleagues. And if any of your colleagues are facing these situations, you can actually go up to them, talk to them, ask for some help. If they are not comfortable talking to you, you can just recommend some kind of counselor to them, so that they can actually talk to them, and whatever the situation they are in, they can help themselves out of it. Okay, so understanding basic emotions. Basically, so here we have like the cartoonistic image. Here we can have like these five people. They have like they are full of emotions. One is joy, one is fear, one is anger, sadness, disgust. Okay, so emotions are very much necessary for our day-to-day well-being. We have to understand our own emotions as well as the people around us, like our loved, our family members, our friends, our colleagues, because if they are not feeling those emotions, or they are experiencing some kind of emotional setback, that is somehow going to affect you. Okay, emotional balance does not mean being happy. Okay, to attain emotional stability, all the emotions need to be balanced. Yeah, so you can't be always like emotional balance is not like every time you are happy. So that is not like you have stability. that is just like being happy all the time, then you might actually need to consult a psychiatrist. Okay, because there is issue with your mood swings. Be comfortable with your emotions. It's okay to be sad, it's okay to be angry. Yes, it is very much necessary to feel and able to understand all the five emotions which we have here. Okay, you might means there is no shame in telling anyone that okay, I am I am experiencing fear, I am mujhe dar lag raha hai. Okay, or like whenever you are angry, you can tell people out ki, okay, I'm angry for so and so situation. Okay, then if you are sad, it's okay, but it's just like how you deal with such emotions, that is very much necessary. Okay, mindfully embrace rather than suppress your emotions. Yes, this is much needed line. Basically, you have to like experience all these emotions, you cannot suppress your emotions. Okay, eventually what will happen, if you keep on suppressing your emotions, they will accumulate, and you will have an outburst of it, and it will actually have very adverse effects on your health. Okay, mental as well as physical. Okay, being emotional is not a negative threat. Okay, manage your emotions, don't let emotions manage you. Yeah, so this is very much necessary. You always have to take into consideration your emotions, but you also like can't keep on dealing with them more often. Okay, so here we have myths about mental health. Basically, first we have myth: mental health problems don't affect me. Yeah, so there are people who can tell you that, oh, mentally I am very much stable, I'm very much strong. Okay, then hardworking people do not have mental health concerns. Okay, so this is another myth, that like people who are really working hard, they do not have any kind of mental issues. No, people have like anyone can have any kind of mental issues going around, and they might not communicate with you or like with some other people, and they might be internally they might be having various health concerns. Okay, then people with mental health needs cannot tolerate the stress of having a job. Okay, so this is like really not, this is a very big myth, that people with mental health issues, they are really not capable of doing a job or something like that. This is just like the phase of their life. If they are having stress, they can't actually perform well, but it's not that they cannot perform at all. So these people also need help. With help, these people can also resume their work normally. Okay, therapy and self-help are a waste of time. Why bother when you can just take a pill? Yeah, so this is also a very big high time like myth. We actually need help, we need therapy, we need counseling, we need a person to talk to, so that you can understand, like as I said, that the coin has two sides. We actually need someone to tell us there is the other side of the coin also, and someone to tell us you have to look into that angle also. So if you have someone like your friends, your colleagues, or anyone dealing with such a situation, you have to take the initiative to tell them that okay, therapy is good, it will help you. Okay, like let's go, let's talk to someone. Okay, stress is really a part of work. So those with mental health concerns are just being lazy or making excuses. No, so this is a high time myth also. Ki like, there is a lot of stress. So no, the person is like, making excuses and everything. People with mental health problems are unreliable employees or team members. So yeah, so if you feel so, actually I think so you are having some kind of mental issues, and you have to have sessions for therapy. So people with any kind of mental health issues, we just have to be patient with these people. We have to be like, take extra care of such people. But these people, might overcome this phase, and they might have very good results from it. Yeah, so here are some points that how can we promote a positive workspace for your employees. Basically, talk to your colleagues, ask for support if you need it. Okay, so as I have been telling you throughout the session, like, if you have some kind of issues, or like if you see there are some changes in your colleague or someone, you just have to talk, you have to communicate. Okay, so this might be a way, like, you might see drastic changes if you try to communicate with people, and just by listening to their problems or situations, you can make a very much difference. Okay, take regular breaks, avoid working while having meals. Yeah, so this is also necessary, like, every 2 hours you just need a 5 to 7 minutes break, so that you can just relax. Your brain has to it takes time to regenerate. Okay, so that your creativity is enhanced by these techniques. Okay, you can just take a brisk walk in your office. Okay, so that physically also you are active. Okay, plan your work in advance and ask for help when you need it. Yeah, so you can always ask your friends, your colleagues for help if there is a situation where you are overworked. Okay, balance, work is part of your life and not vice versa. Okay, so you have to keep on balance between your life, your personal life, your work life, and also like your me time. Movement, don't be seated at all times, take walks time to time, stretch when you go to the bathroom. Okay, so this thing can help you with your physical as well as mental well-being. Okay, the other one is encourage open communications, listen with intention, discourage office politics. This is basically like open communications. You can have those kind of activities where everyone comes up, everyone talks to each other, everyone can share. Like, you can have small sessions discussing anything. Like, for example, you can just discuss, having a session about what series did you watch this week, or what is the ongoing topic. If like there is a new ongoing like some personal or like some financial setback the government is trying to implement, you can just held sessions which you can have open communication, and you can have small debating sessions which will help people to talk about and build that bond between each other. Offer resources to cope up with mental health issues. Okay, so like workplaces, they can have like small minute people, or like a person who you can reach out to if someone is feeling any kind of mental illness is there. Or like they can always put up sessions like webinars, or like they can hire a counselor, so that people, the employees feel very much easy to reach to someone and communicate. Okay, promote recreational activities, have weekly sessions to de-stress and rebond. Okay, recognize and appreciate employees. Yeah, this is very much necessary. We must actually, like, small things have to be appreciated, and people should know that what they are working for is very much necessary. Okay, encourage collaboration over competition. Okay, okay, so these are basically like exercises, you can say, you can actually perform these exercises at your workplace, at your home, anywhere, basically. So every finger, each finger denotes like one kind of emotion, One is your thumb finger is for your anxiety. Then we have the fear for then your anger issues, sadness, self-respect. Okay, so each finger you can denote for anyone. Okay, and basically here you can see that a picture demonstrating some kind of issues, self-compassion, then healthy eating, mindfulness, self-care, negative self-talk, exercising, isolating yourself. So basically whatever you choose to water will grow. So this picture depicts a lot of things and you have to actually think over this very well. So quick stress relieving exercises. These are basically like, as I told you, you can perform them anywhere, anytime, like for 2 to 3 minutes every day. Basically, the first one you can see that you just have to perform rotational movements for your thumb. Okay. Then the second picture, it shows you have to just apply pressure with your thumb on the, means your dominant hand, and it's on your palm, so that it kind of relieves the nerves and helps in relaxation basically. The final picture you can see basically. Yeah, so on the final picture you can see that this like, you know, getting down your fingers and sitting in a yoga position, you can also like meditate and have a good response.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Sayali, for such an insightful and informative session. And you have, explained us really very well that how we can cope up with the stress if we are having any. With that being said, we will move forward to our Q&A session. So just in case if anyone has any questions, they can come forward and ask, and Dr. Sally would be really happy to answer your questions. Yes, anyone have any query regarding today's session? Can surely come forward and ask, or else you can just drop in your questions in the chat box so that we can address them.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, Supriya, if you can just ask everyone if they have any questions.
Yeah, Chetna.
So, Chetna, we can wait for 5 minutes and then we can end the session if there's no question.
Sure. And also would like to inform everyone, if if you are anyone of you are planning to seek consultation from the counselor or from the psychiatrist, we are really happy to help you for the same. So given below is a number on the screen you can see. You can contact us on this number and we would guide you for the same.
Sure, definitely.
And also like Jagriti, we have just shared you with the HRA link for the mental health program. Okay, so I would like you to share it with your employees.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that a lot of people, there's someone who's on email.
Okay. No problem. I'll share it with the team.
Yeah, so that more and more people can actually.
Request others to be on mute, please. Yeah. Please continue.
Yeah, so you can, just forward it with everyone and we can, have a proper, so that if more and more people fill out that form, we can actually give you a whole presentation of what kind of mental health your employee.
Yes, yes. Sure, I will.
સ્લો ડ્રાઇવિંગ પર ફાઇન હોઈ જાય.
Yes, anyone has any questions regarding today's session or in general, if you want to ask something related to the topic? Okay, we have one now, I guess. Short. Okay.
Hello. Hi, Chetna. I guess there is no question. So thank you, Dr. Shaili, and thank you, Chetna, for the session.
Yeah,
Hello.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, we can